4 vegetables you should eat every day and 4 you should never touch after age 60. For decades, you've heard that all vegetables are good for your health, but that's a dangerously half-true statement. Recent studies reveal that some vegetables, even those considered superfoods, can speed up inflammation, steal essential nutrients, and even increase the risk of serious diseases. And the most shocking part, most people over 60 have no idea. But there's also the flip side. Some vegetables act like true natural shields. They protect the heart, strengthen bones and muscles, preserve memory, and even help keep the skin firm and resilient. These are simple choices that can literally change how you age. In this video, we'll reveal the 4 vegetables you should eat and the 4 you need to avoid, ranked from the least to the most powerful. And pay close attention. The most dangerous vegetable on this list is probably in your kitchen right now, and studies show it can increase the risk of diabetes and heart problems by more than 90%. On the other hand, the most beneficial one could add extra years to your life, keeping your body strong, flexible, and protected. Before we begin, leave a comment telling us which city you're watching from. We read every comment and love to see how far this content is reaching. Now, without further delay, let's start with the vegetables you should be eating, from the least powerful to the most essential. Good vegetable number 4, broccoli. Broccoli may seem like just a common side dish, but after age 60, it becomes a true health ally. Few people know that this vegetable plays a direct role in preserving collagen, protecting joints, and even keeping skin firm. The secret lies in its extremely rich nutrient profile. Just 1 cup of raw broccoli provides over 80% of your daily requirement for vitamin C, a crucial nutrient for collagen production, the protein that supports muscles, tendons, cartilage, and even skin. Without enough collagen, the body starts to show clear signs, deeper wrinkles, sore joints, muscle weakness, and even slower recovery from small injuries. And it's not just vitamin C that makes broccoli so special. It also contains vitamin K, which is essential for strong bones and for keeping calcium where it belongs, in the bones, not in the arteries. This is vital after 60, when bone loss accelerates and the risk of fractures increases. Additionally, broccoli is rich in sulforaphane, a bioactive compound that reduces inflammation within the joints and protects cartilage from natural age-related wear and tear. Science backs this up. A study published in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatology showed that sulforaphane can block enzymes responsible for breaking down cartilage, helping to prevent the progression of osteoarthritis, one of the main causes of pain and loss of mobility in older adults. This means eating broccoli regularly not only helps preserve what you already have, but also slows the joint degeneration process. Another highlight is broccoli's impact on the immune system. It contains powerful antioxidants that fight free radicals, unstable molecules that accelerate cellular aging. Neutralizing these radicals helps reduce chronic inflammation, which is at the root of diseases like type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and even cognitive decline. But how should broccoli be prepared to maximize its benefits? The ideal method is to steam it for a few minutes. This preserves both the vitamin C and the sulforaphane. Avoid overcooking, as too much heat destroys some of the nutrients. Another powerful way to boost its effects is by adding a drizzle of olive oil and a few drops of lemon. The olive oil enhances antioxidant absorption, and the lemon increases vitamin C availability. Good vegetable number 3, carrot. Carrots may seem simple, even too common to be on this list, but after age 60, they become one of the most strategic vegetables for preserving body strength, protecting the skin from aging, and keeping joints working properly. That's because carrots are one of the richest sources of beta-carotene, the natural pigment that the body converts into vitamin A, a vital nutrient for maintaining tissues and the integrity of collagen. And why is that so important? Collagen is the protein that gives skin its firmness, joints their flexibility, and muscles their structure. As the years go by, natural collagen production drops rapidly. That's why many older adults notice thinner skin, less muscle resilience, and weaker joints. This is exactly where carrots come in. They provide the building blocks your body needs to keep collagen strong and active, reducing the signs of aging. But the benefits don't stop there. Vitamin A is also essential for vision. After 60, the risk of macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss, increases drastically. The beta-carotene in carrots accumulates in the retina, forming a protective barrier against damage caused by light and free radicals. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that people with high intake of carotenoids have a lower risk of macular degeneration and cataracts. In other words, carrots help keep your vision sharp for longer. Additionally, carrots have a direct effect on the immune system. The beta-carotene and other antioxidants they contain reduce inflammatory processes that silently wear down the body over the years. This chronic inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of common age-related diseases such as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, and even cognitive decline. By neutralizing these processes, carrots contribute to healthier, more balanced aging. Another highlight is carrots' impact on skin health. With age, it's normal to see wrinkles, sagging, and sunspots. Vitamin A helps repair tissues, keeping the skin more elastic and resilient. A study published in the Journal of Dermatological Science showed that diets rich in carotenoids were associated with firmer skin and fewer visible signs of aging. That means adding carrots to your diet improves not only internal health but also external appearance. And how should you consume it to get the most benefits? Here's an important tip. Beta-carotene is a fat-soluble antioxidant, meaning it needs fat to be better absorbed. That's why eating carrots along with a healthy fat source, such as olive oil, avocado, or nuts, enhances their effects. A grated carrot salad seasoned with olive oil, lemon, and pumpkin seeds, for example, is a simple and extremely effective combination to nourish your body. Another powerful option is eating steamed or lightly roasted carrots. Gentle heat breaks down the vegetable cell walls, increasing the bioavailability of beta-carotene. This means that by cooking them, you make it easier for your body to absorb the nutrients. One study showed that the beta-carotene in cooked carrots is up to 3 times more available to the body than in raw carrots. So ideally, you should alternate between the two forms, raw to preserve vitamin C and cook to maximize beta-carotene absorption. In addition to beta-carotene, carrots also provide fiber, which helps regulate the intestines, a very common issue after age 60. An efficient digestive system is essential for absorbing nutrients from other foods, controlling cholesterol, and keeping blood sugar in check. A single medium carrot already provides about 2 grams of fiber, helping with healthy digestion and supporting cardiovascular health. Carrots are an underrated vegetable, but they play a fundamental role in health after age 60. Good vegetable number 2, okra. Okra is one of those vegetables that many people underestimate. Because of its unique and slightly slimy texture, many avoid including it on their plate. But the truth is, after age 60, okra can become one of your greatest health allies, especially for those looking to manage blood sugar, protect the heart, and keep the mind sharp. The main differentiator of okra is a special type of fiber called mucilage. This gelatinous substance is released when okra is cooked and acts like a natural sponge in the digestive system. What does this mean in practice? Mucilage slows down the absorption of sugar in the intestine, preventing rapid spikes in blood glucose. For people over 60 whose insulin sensitivity is already naturally reduced, this is vital. A study published in the Journal of Food Science and Nutrition in 2021 showed that people who consumed okra daily for just 8 weeks had a reduction of more than 20% in fasting blood sugar. This result is comparable to that of some medications used for type 2 diabetes, but with one crucial difference: without the side effects. That makes okra a powerful weapon in the fight against insulin resistance, a condition that's becoming increasingly common among older adults. But the benefits don't stop there. Okra also contains important antioxidants like quercetin and various flavonoids that fight oxidative stress in the brain. This stress is one of the main factors that accelerate memory loss and mental confusion in older age. By neutralizing free radicals, these antioxidants help keep neurons more active, protecting against cognitive decline. For heart health, okra offers the perfect combination of fiber, antioxidants, and minerals. The fiber helps reduce LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, while the antioxidants protect blood vessels from inflammation. Meanwhile, the potassium in okra helps regulate blood pressure, easing the workload on the heart. Now, how can you include okra in your routine without dealing with its famously sticky texture? There are some simple strategies. One is to steam it quickly or saute it over high heat with a little oil, which reduces the release of excess mucilage. Another tip is to soak the okra in vinegar or lemon juice for about 20 minutes before cooking. This helps reduce the stickiness. You can also roast okra in the oven, resulting in a crispy, flavorful dish that retains its nutrients. Okra is a true ally of longevity. It stabilizes blood sugar, protects neurons, strengthens bones, improves heart health, and even provides extra energy for everyday life. Simple, affordable, and effective, okra deserves a permanent place on your plate if your goal is to age with more health and vitality. Good vegetable number 1, kale. If there's one vegetable that deserves the number 1 spot among those you should eat after age 60, it's kale. More than just a passing trend, it's a true superfood, packed with nutrients that simultaneously benefit the brain, heart, bones, and even the skin. What makes kale so special is its nutritional density. In just a few calories, it delivers impressive amounts of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that fight the main problems associated with aging. Its standout nutrients include vitamin K, vitamin C, the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin, and magnesium. Vitamin K is kale's greatest asset. Just 1 cup of raw kale leaves provides over 600% of your daily requirement for this nutrient. Why is that important? Because vitamin K helps bind calcium to the bones while also preventing it from building up in the arteries. This means double protection, stronger bones, and cleaner blood vessels. After age 60, when bone density loss accelerates and arterial stiffness becomes more common, this function is essential. Another key benefit is vitamin C. Like broccoli, kale is extremely rich in this nutrient, which stimulates collagen production. Collagen is the protein that keeps the skin firm, muscles supported, and joints protected. Without collagen, skin becomes looser, muscles weaken, and joints wear down more easily. By consuming kale regularly, you give your body the raw materials it needs to preserve this structural support. And we can't forget about the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin. These antioxidants have a special affinity for the eyes and the brain. They accumulate in the retina, reducing the risk of macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. In addition, these compounds help protect neurons from oxidative stress, slowing cognitive decline. A study published in 2020 in the journal Neurology found that older adults with high intake of lutein and zeaxanthin had a 32% lower risk of mental deterioration over the years. The magnesium in kale also deserves special mention. This mineral is involved in over 300 metabolic processes in the body, including blood pressure regulation, muscle function, and sleep quality. After age 60, magnesium deficiency is common, and this can result in cramps, arrhythmias, and insomnia. Kale provides a natural dose that helps balance these systems. Kale is a true shield against the main challenges of aging. It strengthens bones, preserves joints, protects vision, stimulates collagen, helps regulate blood pressure, and keeps the mind sharp. Few foods offer so many benefits in one package. If you had to choose only one vegetable to include daily in your diet, after age 60, kale should be your top priority. It's accessible, versatile, rich in nutrients, and capable of transforming your long-term health. Bad vegetable number 4, spinach. For decades, spinach was considered a superfood. From health magazines to cartoon characters, everything seemed to reinforce the idea that eating spinach meant strength and vitality. But recent science has brought a warning that many people ignore. After age 60, this vegetable may stop being an ally and actually become a true enemy to bone and joint health. The main issue lies in a substance called oxalate. Spinach is one of the vegetables richest in this natural compound. While oxalates are harmless for many people, they can become a dangerous trap for older adults. That's because oxalates bind to calcium in foods and prevent its absorption by the body. In other words, the calcium you consume through your diet might literally be blocked by spinach instead of strengthening your bones and teeth. Why is this so concerning? After age 60, bone density loss accelerates. Osteopenia and osteoporosis become common diagnoses, significantly increasing the risk of fractures. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that the calcium from spinach has an absorption rate of only 5%, compared to 27% for calcium from milk, for example. This means that eating spinach doesn't strengthen your bones. It may actually contribute to a hidden deficiency over time. Beyond the bone issue, spinach's oxalates pose another serious risk: kidney stone formation. After 60, kidney function tends to decline naturally. This means the kidneys are no longer able to filter waste as efficiently. Frequent consumption of oxalate-rich foods like spinach increases the chance of calcium crystals building up in the kidneys, forming painful stones. A 2019 study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology found that oxalate-rich diets increased kidney stone incidence by up to 40% in older adults. And the effects don't stop there. In many elderly individuals, excessive spinach consumption is associated with subtle but debilitating symptoms: more intense joint pain, prolonged morning stiffness, a feeling of muscle weakness, and even unexplained fatigue. These signs are often mistaken for the normal aging process when, in fact, they may be linked to oxalate overload in the body. Bad vegetable number 3, beetroot. Beetroot is seen as a superfood. It improves circulation, supports blood pressure, and boosts energy. But after age 60, it can become a silent risk to the kidneys and joints. The reason is simple. Beetroot is rich in oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium and form crystals. These crystals can turn into kidney stones, a serious problem, especially since kidney function naturally slows down with age. Excessive beetroot increases the risk of painful stones. Science confirms this danger. A study published in Urological Research showed that oxalate-rich diets increase the risk of kidney stones in seniors by up to 40%. And it doesn't stop there. In sensitive individuals, these crystals can also accumulate in the joints, causing pain, stiffness, and even gout-like symptoms. Another important point, beetroot contains a lot of natural sugar. For older adults with prediabetes or insulin resistance, this can further destabilize blood sugar levels. In other words, while it improves circulation, it can also raise renal and metabolic risks. But there is a solution. If the goal is to benefit from nitrates that help with blood pressure, choose vegetables like arugula and celery, which offer the same circulatory benefits without the oxalate load. If you do consume beetroot, choose small cooked portions and avoid daily concentrated juice. Beetroot isn't an absolute villain, but for those over 60, excessive consumption can come at a cost. Overworked kidneys, more painful joints, and unstable blood sugar. Moderation and smart substitutions are key. Bad vegetable number 2, tomato. Tomatoes may seem harmless, but in older adults they can be a silent trigger for inflammation. They contain solanine, an alkaloid found in nightshade vegetables, which can irritate the gut, worsen joint pain, and even affect the nervous system. In people with arthritis, neuropathy, or autoimmune diseases, frequent tomato consumption can increase stiffness and pain. Research shows that solanine impacts nerve transmission, worsening symptoms. To avoid flare-ups, limit the intake of tomatoes and concentrated tomato sauces. Instead, choose anti-inflammatory vegetables like pumpkin or carrots as alternatives. Bad vegetable number 1, potato. Potatoes are one of the most widely consumed foods in the world, but for people over 60, they can be a real problem. Rich in starch and with a high glycemic index, they raise blood sugar levels as quickly as soft drinks. These spikes strain the pancreas, increase insulin resistance, and promote type 2 diabetes. Additionally, fried or oven-baked potatoes at high temperatures produce acrylamides, inflammatory compounds linked to heart disease. Studies from Harvard indicate a higher risk of diabetes in those who consume potatoes regularly. Instead, choose alternatives like sweet potatoes or pumpkin. I read every comment and use your real-life stories to shape our upcoming videos, always bringing more evidence, practical tips, and solutions tailored to your needs. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and invite your loved ones to join this growing community every day.